forgot.
Alright, I grabbed a hold of yours and I got all set. I grabbed a hold of yours and I got all set.
It's good pine smell out here right now. Thing. What do you think it is? Turtle? Say it's not tight anymore? Oh! Yeah. What is it, a bass or a cat?
Catfish. Yeah, it's catfish.
Oh, he's a keeper too. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can fillet him.
I haven't had a pair of pliers in there,
Nope. Bring him over to the camera whenever you get him. Give me a second. Alright, Jlaw.
First catch of the day. Oh yeah.
Actually a fish fish.
Mwah. Tell buddy. See how pissed off are you? Talk to the camera. Talk to the camera. There you go. Tell. Alright. Little camera shot.
I think about how free.
I've been bitten by plenty of yellow
Oh my god, dude, it's so slippery right here. Now comes the separating the skin. Take a towel, get under, get your blade under it, and then you just keep it angled down a little bit. Then you just wiggle the skin, and I completely butchered it. Yeah, we just want little catfish chunks. Alright, let's try to get a better fillet out of this than the other one. But basically the skin will just peel right off, but you don't want this silver crap. I can't remember the name of it, but it's super tough. Yeah, see how that's mainly coming off really easy. Then again, this is the first fish that I have filleted in I don't know how long. Probably 8 years. It's definitely one of those things that it's not like riding a bike. Hold on to this right here. Just like that. Boom. Came clean off. It's a nice little piece of meat. Yeah, from a little 4 or 5, 6 pound cat, channel cat. I mean, that's a good little bit of meat, man. But yeah, you can clearly see those now. There's bones right there. If I take the knife, you can hear them pretty well. See that? It's the little pin bones there and behind the meat. But yeah, that's it's pretty much all of it. But like I said, just from a little 4 or 5, 6 pound cat, channel cat, all that meat, that's, once it's breaded, it's going to swell up, it's going to become a lot bigger, like it's going to double in size. Like for example, this piece here, after I bread it, get it deep fried, it'll be a piece, well, it'll be kind of around the ballpark of this size. On to the cooking. Alright, off to the cooking portion. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to give your fish a good saltwater bath. Depending on the size of the fish, this catfish was about, like I said previously, 4 to 6 pounds. Saltwater bath just kind of takes away that muddy taste if it's a catfish. And just any kind of fish that comes out of like dirty water, for example. And always be sure to check for the tapeworm, not tapeworms, but it's like these worm parasites and flukes. Flukes will show up as these tiny little black specks, kind of like that. Well, you can't see it, but it'll show up like a little black speck, but that's not what that is. This is a, I don't know what that was, but it came off easy, and it's not that. It'll kind of look like a little piece of pepper, like black or freshly cracked black pepper. But after your salt bath, drain it. I let mine sit for about an hour or two, somewhere in there. But you're going to go through the process of drying your fish off, and then you're going to put it in your dredge here. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow the batter to stick a lot better, and it's going to make it so where it don't get separated from the fish itself. And what this is made up of is flour and this Buffalo Wild Wings salt and vinegar It's absolutely amazing. 10/10 would recommend. The buttermilk that I made, it is made with vitamin D milk and this Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar. The ratio, you just basically put in as much apple cider vinegar or vinegar, distilled vinegar, until it starts to thicken, like buttermilk. Like, this is pretty thick. It's almost kind of like yogurt consistency. And then, after that, we're going to be putting it in our batter, which our batter is made up of flour, some baking powder to give it some extra crunch, and then a seasoning blend that I do myself. It's not my blend, it's just a bunch of different seasonings, but it goes on pretty much everything. Tastes really good, and what's in this is Lowry seasoning salt, smoked paprika, this one is just regular paprika, pink Himalayan salt, ground cumin, garlic salt, garlic powder, red pepper flakes, organic ground white pepper, and organic black pepper. So as you can see, I've already got some here. I did it off camera, but you always want to make sure, again, that you're drying them off. So you just take a few chunks at a time. Try to get them level. Just like this here. Just like that. And then always remember to dry hand, wet hand, dry hand, or dry hand, wet hand. It don't matter. It makes things way less ugly. You don't want to run around looking like the swamp monster. Cut here. You can use your hands, or you can use a fork or utensil. Chopsticks is a good one that you can use. And you could do this with store-bought fish too. It don't have to be something that you have to go out and catch. It's just there's a huge difference in between super fresh or store-bought. And then after you get it coated, you put it in the buttermilk. I usually do 2 or 3 pieces at the same time. You don't want to overcrowd it because then it starts sticking together. Alright, I'm getting everything backwards. Dry hand, wet hand. Shake off any excess flour, cornmeal, cornstarch, any of that, and the same with the buttermilk. Just want to make sure that you're kind of conserving as you go, so you don't have to use, you know, a whole bunch. I think I put too much apple cider vinegar in my milk to make the buttermilk, so be careful on that. And then after you put it in your final, whenever it's at its final form, then it'll be ready to go in the deep fryer, which you should have your deep fryer going as you're doing this, by the way. It'll help speed up the process on a lot of things. Just monitor it and keep an eye. Make sure you don't burn your house down. It's a super messy process. That's why I got a paper towel down under all of it as well. See what I did wrong here? I'm running out of flour and it's all just kind of clumping together. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake. Also, I don't measure things out. So that's kind of a problem a lot of the time, because like a lot of people be like, well, you use a teaspoon of this or a tablespoon of that. I go by taste. And the reason why I'm not 100% all for, you know, what one person prefers over another is because the taste. Look at that. Then you get your oil really hot, throw that shit in there and cook the hell out of it. And that's going to be it for the cooking stuff. What are you playing, Jlaw?
Skyrim.
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 Share with the class, Jlaw. Skyrim, guys. Instead of us just actually talking about it, we're showing you some of it. Is this cringeworthy yet? I feel like it's a little cringy. But that's okay. What are you doing right now in the game?
I am trying to figure out where Ravenswood is.
Ravenswood, that's
Yep.
here in West
Ravens
Virginia.
Rock. Ravenswood. Or no, I'm not even in the right place.
I'm getting motion sickness.
Yeah, my shoulder's walking up.
I'm not actually getting motion sickness, but...
I told you it was a place.
Cool, go to it. I want to see.
I'm not.
You can't go anywhere because you're in combat. You're moving it too much. Okay, well... And instead of us doing a podcast style voiceover or whatever, we're just going to get actual footage YouTube. If you're a fan of Skyrim, leave a comment below. God, every time I say that I feel super cringy. Here, let me
Trying to find something to drop.
try to focus more on it.
Packing too much weight.
I had someone ask me what camera I'm using. It was referred to me by my friend Shy, which she's one of my mods on Twitch. Her name is Nautic Fox on there. This is the Nikon D3500. It's a really good camera. I absolutely love it. It's an entry kind of camera, you know, for a beginner.
Yeah.
But it's super awesome. And if I'm breathing super heavy, sorry. Was that a crossbow?
I just figured out you can get crossbows on here, man. It's like a freaking vampire slayer.
Nerd.